I'm gonna sip my coffee. Hi everyone, welcome. Happy Thursday. Can't believe it's the end of another week. I feel like time is flying by exceptionally fast at the moment. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. And yeah, who is dropping in after the first Wednesday session from yesterday? I'd love to hear. Hi, hey Tammy. Yeah, I'd love to hear how you guys feel after the stretch class. We did go quite deep in some of the postures, so I hope that everyone's feeling quite good after that. And then, hey, yeah, so these 3 classes a week, I'd really advise that you try and get to all 3 if you can, even if it's not live, just to try and fit it in between the more intense workouts that we're all doing. I say we, but I've only done 1 this week, and I will get better with that. I'm challenging myself. Hey, Belinda. Hope you're well. Welcome. And yeah, tonight we're going to do a little less work kind of on the floor and on our knees. So that might be a nice opportunity for a few people who I know were struggling with our child's pose on Tuesday with that flexion in the knee joints and weight on the knees. So we will still be doing a few lunges, so just check yourself. You can grab a cushion. Hi, Rosalind, welcome. You can grab a cushion to use for the practice. And yeah, that's pretty much all you'll need, a yoga mat. If you don't have a mat, then just a towel. And yeah, tonight we're going to do a little bit of standing work, and we will use that child's pose as well, just to get into the hips a little bit, release tension around those areas, but also do a bit of strengthening tonight. A tiny bit of balance work. It's all about the balance. So good to bring any balancing work into your practices. Yeah, hi Bev. Hi Siri. Catherine. I hope you guys are all ready for tonight. And yeah, just let it be a relaxing session. Someone actually commented on Tuesday, sorry, I forgot your name. I'll have to go look back before I quote you. But you know, she said that this is going to be her treat to herself every week. And I said to her, I think that's such a beautiful way to put it, because it really should be that. It's a time for us to slow down. It's a time for our bodies to repair and to move more into a healing state, a slower state, more conscious state. So just bringing that energy into your practice tonight. Hi, Bronwyn. Welcome, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions or even any requests. We had some requests for neck stuff on Tuesday, so we got into that a little bit, some release around there. And I was also thinking, hi, Bronwyn. You know that you guys can actually have a notebook and a pen with you for after class, so that if there is any of the exercises that felt particularly good for you, it's just to write it down so that you remember it, and then slowly but surely you'll start to build up your own home practice. So it's really nice having a teacher guide you, but ultimately we really are working towards creating our own home practices. You know, daily things that you do. You wake up in the morning, we've spoken about this, child's pose, drink some water, you know, then you get up, do some lymph swings. We're going to do some lymph swings tonight. Very passionate about lymph work, absolutely love it. It's crucial to detox in our systems. So waking up, doing a bit of a lymph swing, drinking some warm water with some lemon, beautiful way to kind of just wake up the digestive system, wake up the body. And you're just finding like these little routines to really connect yourself first thing in the morning, to move your body first thing in the morning, rehydrate first thing in the morning, and start to create these little practices, these little poses that really work for your body. Hi, Samantha. We got a question from Catherine. Wanted to ask, I found Tuesday's class was very difficult compared to the first session. Knees were an issue. Yeah, I got that feedback. So thanks for letting me know. Tonight's going to be a little less on the knees. Like I mentioned on Tuesday, I think I said it yesterday as well. It's really difficult to try and sequence a class that is really, as safe as possible for everyone's bodies, and not being able to be in the room to see people, like I usually would when I teach, is really, it's been really tough as an instructor. So I'm really trusting you guys to look after your own bodies. That's why I always say, have the pillows, have one pillow, have two pillows. So the pillows either go behind the knees or the pillows go underneath the knees. If it really doesn't feel good, then that's just a pose that maybe your body is not ready for. Or you could send me a message and just ask me, let me know more specifically which of the movements don't feel good in your body. But like I say, it is really tough to try and sequence as creatively as I can for you guys, but also as safely as I can. So maybe sometimes the child's pose floor work for those with, severe knee injuries, whereas back bend stuff could potentially, not be accessible to someone with back issues, or doing a lot of inversions, being upside down might not be someone with blood pressure issues. So it really is like, keep communicating with me. I'll keep letting you know kind of why I'm doing things and when you shouldn't do it, or if I think it's a good idea or not. And that's kind of like the only way. It's like, stick with me. Let me get to know you. Let me get to know your body. And as we go, building that relationship, that's how we're going to start really changing your practice and advancing your yoga practice in your body. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, then just shoot another question. Hi, Louise. Okay, cool. I see. Then I'll chat to you after, Catherine. Perfect. Hi, Belinda. Unwind after Thirsty Thursday. Hope you are all ready to. Hi, Sharon, Michelle, Sandra. Welcome, everyone. Nice to have everyone here. And so we've still got a few minutes before we're going to start. So for those who've hopped on now, make sure to grab a cushion, maybe even two, if you felt like that was a nice support on Tuesday or yesterday. But always nice just to have it close by. Cool. Hi, Carla. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon, Gugu. Nice to have you. I'm actually going to finish sipping on my coffee, if you guys don't mind, before we start. We always say, like, coffee is such a yogi thing. Don't think it's supposed to be. But most people who practice yoga, I know, drink coffee. Hi, Jono. Cool, guys. It's so nice to have everyone join. And, I know that it's becoming an issue with getting to the lives because of work and, some kids are back at school, and, that's definitely changed things. So just catch up on these videos when you have time. But really try and make the time to do at least all 3 sessions in your week. So we spoke about our intentions for June on Tuesday and yesterday. We'll work with those intentions throughout the month and just keep that intention nice and strong. So if you set up your June goals and you haven't already, I would please like for you to schedule in 3 flow classes per week. So it doesn't have to be live, but 3 classes per week. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for your body. First time. Welcome, everyone. Is that Melissa Brake? Ah, hi. That's so nice to see your face pop up here. Oh. Hi, Devendri. Nicola joining from the UK. Lilia, Kimberly. Welcome, everyone. Make sure to grab your cushion. Make sure to have something warm for after class when we move into our Shavasana, our final resting pose, so that you're not cold and that you can really just allow the body to relax. Zelda, hallo, hoe gaan dit? Lanklaas, van jou gehoor? Hey Melis. Yeah, so like I was saying just now, we like chatting to Kathleen, we all need to just get to know each other. So the more you chat to me, the more I get to know you guys. It feels like I've been teaching with Jeff for like a month, and I have to keep reminding myself this is week 2. Like this is only session 5. It feels longer. But the more I do this, I can already see, I'm starting to see familiar names pop up on the screen, which is so nice. And just seeing you guys show up for the practice. Yeah, it's impressive, and dedication and discipline, it's really fundamental in growing your practice. Hi, Dal, Sandra. Checking yoga out. Technical issues. Oh, sorry, Carolyn. I hope you were able to do it after the live. Ooh, new yoga mats. Was that a present to yourself, Louise? As yoga teachers always joke, because we say that we actually all just work to make money so that we can like do more courses or buy more yoga gear or do yoga classes, and we pretty much just like we teach yoga to do yoga. So yeah, I've fallen in love with way too many mats. But luckily I'm a teacher, so I can justify having more than one mat because I teach with them. Hi Bella and Karen. Very stiff after Tuesday. I mean, definitely, especially if you haven't been practicing yoga, especially if this is a new practice for you, then of course your body is going to feel different sensations. You might be accessing muscle groups or even moving your joints in different ways that they're not used to moving. So, I mean, pretty much the same advice I give and will always give in the beginning of these classes is that you need to look after your body. You don't want to feel pain. You don't want to feel pain in your joints. A little bit of stiffness and a little bit of soreness. Yes, that's when the body starts to change and you start to open it in different ways, in different places, then there's going to be almost like a little kickback from the body acknowledging that you've changed something and that you've moved in a different way. So quite normal for your body to feel maybe a little bit sore afterwards, just as long as it's not a pinching pain, a nerve pain, or like a sore joint pain. But yeah, I think very stiff might actually be a very good thing. I was very stiff after Jono's and Jill's class on Monday, and I couldn't walk for 3 days. But that was a very good thing. So just keep going. That's the secret to the practice of yoga. Keep going. Get on your mat every day for 10 minutes rather than getting on your mat once a week for 60 minutes. Small amounts constantly really is the key to benefiting from the yoga practice. Or just go to Bali. Who's going to Bali? Hi, Yolandi. Let's see here. I'm here, very sore, stretch class. Ooh, I'm just seeing 11 kilometers, 3 kilometers. You guys are on fire. Yeah, kids generally do better at these things than the older bodies, if we have to call our bodies old, which we prefer not to do. That's why we're doing yoga and that's why we're moving around. But yeah, the 7-year-olds I think definitely have have an advantage. Hi Tanya, welcome for the first time. How many of you are completely new to yoga? First timers in the class? Let me know. You can give me a little thumbs up. I can just kind of see what we're looking at. And then, yeah, for the rest of you who have been joining these last 2 weeks, I hope that you are really making little, like a little mental storage box of the yoga poses that we're doing. I am trying to repeat a lot of them just so we really get these fundamentals down. And, so that you can really start to be in your body when we're practicing and listen more to my voice than necessarily always have to look at the screen. So that's really what you want to be working towards is remembering. So remember this week, child's pose. We've been doing it a lot. There's a photo of me in child's pose on the page if you're not sure, or you could just Google it. That's your get up in the morning pose. That's a great tip that I got from my teacher, and it's become a morning routine. New to yoga, welcome. Second session ever. Well done for coming back. I'm glad that the first one encouraged you to come back for another session. Hi, Teresa. Super glad to hear that you're enjoying it. First time, Mario. Welcome. Welcome, guys. All right, I think let's get going. Nice, Carla. Hi, Rena. So excited to have you all here. Okay, so just before we start, I'd like you to grab a cushion, and then we will come to lie on our backs. That's actually how we'll start today. So you can come to lie on your back. We're going to come into what we call butterfly pose. So my knees are out to the side and my soles of my feet are touching. I'm going to bring the cushion, I'm going to place it in underneath my knees. So when I lie myself down, my cushion's a little bit flat maybe. You could have two under each knee, just so you feel a bit of support there. And then bring your arms up overhead. So you want your whole spine lying on the floor. Shut your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And then take one more like that, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Come to your natural rhythm of breath. Allow the belly to be soft. And then from the furthest sound you can hear, so a sound coming from outside the building, hear that. And then shift your awareness to a sound that's in the building that you are in. And then shift your awareness perhaps to any sounds that are in the room that you're in. And then shift your awareness to the sound of your breath. And just take a few more breaths here as we allow our body to completely relax. Unwind from your day. Leave everything off your mat. Allow yourself to be completely present for the next 45 minutes. Okay. And you'll bring one hand to your heart and one hand onto your belly. Almost like you're really just holding yourself. And bringing your awareness to that intention that you set on Tuesday or yesterday. If you've not set one yet, then you'll take the opportunity now in which you're setting an intention for yourself for these yoga practices, and an intention you can take off your mat for the rest of your week and for the rest of the month of June. And so my intention was to make more time for myself to be alone. It can be any self-care intention. And if your mind starts to wander during practice, you come straight back to that intention. Okay, we'll start to move the body into a full body stretch. So put your arms back, feet forward, point your toes, flex your ankles. You can round or move your ankles around a bit, move your wrists around. Kind of take a little stretch to the left side, a stretch to the right side. Really stretch it out. And then slowly bring one knee and the second knee into chest. You can kind of just slide the cushion to the side. And then bringing your hands onto your knees, feet can actually just stay soft here. We're going to move through a few hip rolls. So both knees come into chest. Separate the knees to your armpits. Take the knees away from you and forward, and then bring the inner knees to touch. Again, squeeze the knees into chest. Separate the knees. Take them away from you and bring the knees to touch. Beautiful. One more just like that. To your chest, side, round, and then all the way back in. Beautiful. Change direction. So keep your knees together, send them away from you. Take them wide and squeeze them into your armpits and then back to your belly. Away from you, let's inhale now. And as you bring them into your armpits, exhale, squeeze the breath out, bring your knees to touch. Last one, inhale, let the belly fill. Separate your knees. And exhale, squeeze knees into chest and pause. Nice. Take an inhale. And then let's take our hands to interlace around the front of that right knee or shin. As you extend your left leg forward, ground your left heel. Get a nice drawing in of this right knee and see if you can bring that right thigh as close to your belly as you can. So now getting a little squeeze in the ascending line of our colon as well as in the liver as you press that right thigh down. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, lift your shoulders, lift your head. If you can, bring your nose to touch your knee. Squeeze and round. You can spread through your feet and your toes. And then when you need to inhale, come back down. And switch. Draw left leg in. Change your interlace. Extend right leg forward. Left thigh hugging in, now squeezing a little into the descending line of your colon and as well as your stomach. Take a full breath in and exhale, curl up if you can. Your nose makes contact with your knee and you squeezing the breath out. And then inhale back down. And let's draw our right knee into chest. And then once more like that, change your interlace. Extend your left leg back forward. We'll move into a gentle twist. So I'm going to take my right arm out to the side. It's either going to be in a T shape or all the way out long. And then you're going to guide your right knee across into an easy twist. If this right knee feels uncomfortable just hovering here, remember we're quick with our pillows in these classes. You could pop your cushion underneath your knee as you look over to the right. I want you to really breathe deeply now and take 2 full breaths. Take the deepest breaths you've taken today. Nice. Let's bring the head back to center first. Roll yourself back. Both knees to chest. You can have a little squeeze, a little rock side to side. If you use your cushion on this side, prepare other side. Change interlace, extend right leg, squeeze left knee to chest. Left arm out, either straight or bent as you did on the other side. And then guide your knee all the way across, maybe onto the floor, maybe onto your cushion, and then you can look over to the side. You want to try and weight down this left shoulder blade as much as you can. And again, let's take 2 full breaths. So inhaling, relax, exhale. Inhale, relax, exhale. And then you'll bring yourself all the way back, both knees to chest, and give yourself a little squeeze, a little rock side to side. All right, so if your spine doesn't feel great, you'll rock onto your side to bring yourself up into tabletop. Otherwise, if you can, you're just going to do a little rock forward and back on the spine, forward and back, just a few times. Quite nice just to get a little massage. And then let's all meet in our tabletop position. Okay, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, spread through the palms, ground the fingertips, tuck your toes under. And then for a moment, just press your buttocks to your heels. Stretch open the bottoms of your feet. Remember not to carry tension in the neck or the jaw. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back forward. Step one foot and the other back into a high plank, navel to spine. Round a little through the upper back. Press into your hands. And then lower your knees, hug your elbows in and back, bring yourself down onto the floor. Adjust yourself as you must, so the pelvis can be pressing down, tops of the feet into the floor, and my big toes are basically touching. I'm going to go ahead and take my hands forward and wider of my shoulders. And we're going to press ourselves up into a cobra. So lifting up, your back body is really active here. Watch for the shoulders hunching and locking out into your elbows. So I'm drawing my shoulders down, and I've actually got a bit of a bend in my elbows. The eyes of the elbow, so this inner part of the elbow, is pointing to the opposite corner of the front of your mat. And then let's take a little stretch into the side. So I'm going to pull my left shoulder forward. I'm going to look over to my right, and hopefully you feel a little bit of a stretch in the left side body. Come back to center, and then to the right. Drag that right shoulder forward. Pull it looking over your left shoulder. Back through to center. And lower yourself down. We'll move that 2 more rounds to the breath. Inhale, lift. Twist right, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, center, and exhale, lower. So nice, stay with me 1 more round. Press your tops of the feet into the floor, lift on your inhale. To your right, exhale. Back to center, inhale. And to your left, exhale. Again, back to center, inhale. And lower, exhale. Slide your hands under your shoulders, press onto your knees, separate them Tuck your toes, find a bent knee, downward dog. So my hips are lifting, my arms are straight, my chest is melting down, my head and my neck is really relaxed. Roll your outer shoulders down a little more. Draw your lower belly in. Nice. Look forward. Start to walk your feet to the top of your mat, bringing yourself into a little halfway lift. You could have fingertips to the floor. You could have hands to shins. Let's keep the feet hip distance apart. Fold yourself forward. Okay, we'll just stay here for a few breaths. You could keep bent knees, or you could start to play with straightening one and then the other. I like to move my hips a little bit when I do this. Wake up your feet. So lift and spread through your toes. Nice. Pedaling out just a little more. Don't forget to breathe. And then we'll come into stillness. Come into your little halfway lift again. And then lift and step your left foot back. Keep your knee off the floor. So I'm in a lunge shape. But now I'm going to press into my front foot and I'm going to lift into a high lunge. Okay, so a high lunge shape means feet are on parallel track. So if you had to draw a line down the center of your mat, or wherever it is you're standing, the feet are on separate tracks. My hips are facing forward. My front knee stacked above my front ankle. My arms are drawing up. Nice. Deepen your breath. And then let's find a warrior two. So we're going to open the hips. And how we do this is you can open your arms at the same time and you're going to swivel that back heel inwards. So now my front heel and my back heel are pretty much in one line. I'm lunging forward to try and get this front thigh parallel as much as I can. I'm drawing my torso slightly back so I'm not leaning forward with that leg. And then you can go ahead and look over your right hand. Nice. Deepen your breath. Squeeze that left thigh back. Lunge a little deeper. Get an opening this inner left groin. Beautiful. Release. Turn your right toes forward. So now both feet are facing forward. And then we're going to find that same shape, warrior two, to the other side. So now you can turn your left toes out, but you might feel that the shape is a little longer because of the way we're rotating our feet. So you could step back foot a little closer. Right foot's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Move into your lunge. Not leaning forward with the torso, draw your arms back. And then roll your left sit bone down, squeeze your right thigh back. Look over your left hand. Deepen your breath. Deepen your pose. Nice. Release that front leg. Turn the toes forward. And then take an easy wide-legged forward fold. Just allowing the head down. Don't hang in your heels. Draw your kneecaps up. Draw your thighs up. Let the back line release while the front line holds and supports you. Halfway lift, look forward. And then walk yourself back across to your right leg. Nice. Hands down, step yourself into a high plank. And then lower your knees. Bring yourself down onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Slide your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers and start to lift into a kind of like a cobra or shalabhasana variation. Open up. Lift yourself as high as you can. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. One more breath. I know it's a strong one. And then slowly release. Hands under the shoulders, onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, downward dog, full stretch. So nice. One more breath here. Okay, and then you'll look forward again, walk your feet to the top of your mat, take a halfway lift, and then come back into your forward fold. And again, you'll just play with bending and stretching through the legs. You could even give yourself like a little rub of the legs here. Nice. Okay, and then you'll come to stillness. Bend your knees. Slowly roll your spine all the way up. Loop shoulders up, back, and down. Reach both arms up. Inhale. And then fold yourself forward. Exhale. Let's take a halfway lift. And again, step your left leg back. Come into your lunge. Reach both arms up, coming into a high lunge. And then open again for a moment, warrior two. Ground that back heel, keep front knee stacked above its ankle. Release. Bring your toes to face forward. Find warrior two to the other side. Toes turn out, lunging deep. Crown of the head in line with the tailbone. Nice. But this time we're going to move to our high lunge facing the opposite direction. So I'm going to swivel onto the ball of my right foot. See, I'm a little long now. I'm going to make my stance a little shorter. Find your high lunge. Squeeze into your right thigh. Lift your chest. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Shuffle as you must. Step into your high plank. Knees to the floor. Chaturanga, elbows bend in and back, bringing yourself down. Again, slide your hands behind you. Change your interlace. Lift up through the chest. Maybe your hands stay on your buttocks. Maybe your hands lift. Maybe in this round, your feet lift for a breath. Beautiful. And then lower. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press into your hands. Tuck your toes. Find your bent knee, downward dog. And then like we did in our forward fold, just start to play with bending and stretching through the legs. Maybe you can anchor your heels all the way down. Make sure you move equally to both sides. And then you'll move yourself back to the front of your mat. Now the other front of your mat. Take a halfway lift. And a forward fold. And roll your spine all the way up. And loop the shoulders. So nice. Both arms up. And then take a forward fold. Take a halfway lift. Right leg. Step it back. We're coming into our high lunge. Reach your arms up. Then let's find our warrior two. So it's the third time we're moving into the shape. Remember, front foot parallel to the long edge. Back foot parallel to the short edge. Sorry, I just see a low battery thing here. Hold it. Stay in it. Nice. Lunge a little deeper. And then we're going to find a balance. So bring your right hand to your hip. Look forward and down and start to transfer your weight onto your front leg. Bring your back foot a little closer. Come onto your left fingertips. Raise your back leg up so you could stay bent in this front leg. Right arm open. Right chest opens. And you could even look forward. Hold it. So nice, guys. Hold it. One more breath. And then bend, step back, come back to your warrior two. Nice. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's straighten out that front leg. Come back through to center. And then we're going to find our warrior two to the opposite side. So now right foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Take a nice deep lunge into that front leg. Ground through your outer ankle. Hold for a moment. And then we'll find our balance. So bring left hand to left hip. Look forward. Start to bring your hand down at the same time. Shift your weight into your right foot. You can shimmy this back foot as much as you need to. And then you're going to start to raise that back leg. You could keep a bend in your standing leg, open the chest, and maybe you straighten out your standing leg. Nice. Hold with me, one more breath. Beautiful. Bend standing leg, step back, warrior two. Straighten out your front leg, turn your toes forward, readjust on your mat as you must. And then allow yourself to move down into a forward fold. And then close your eyes here if you're comfortable doing that. And just stay here for a few breaths. Nice. Keep full deep breaths going as you stay here, as you hold. Let's stay 3 more. And then you'll lift your chest. Heel toe your feet together. Just a little wider than your hips. Come to sit down in a squat. Bring your hands to your chest. So your heels might not be grounded here. You might lift a little onto the balls of the feet. And then we'll just take a little twist. So going across to your right, bring your right hand behind you, hook your left elbow across, and gaze all the way over to the right. Take a full breath in as you lengthen the spine. And then twist a little deeper on your exhale. Unravel, gaze forward. Take yourself all the way around to the other side. Hook your elbow and gaze over the back shoulder. Again, inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. And then bring yourself back through to center. Bring your hands down, raise your hips. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, and slowly roll your spine all the way up, looping shoulders up, back, and down. Really nice, everyone. All right, so we're going to move into a little bit of lymph work now. So for those who were in class last week, I explained it, that we've got 2 main kind of liquids moving around the body. It's the blood, and then it's the lymph. So our blood, pumped by our heart, is pretty much our grocery system. So the heart that pumps the blood around, the blood goes and feeds our body with oxygen and all the nutrients. And then the lymph system is the garbage disposal system. But the lymph doesn't have a heart. So we have to move to get the lymph moving. All right. So key things to remember about your lymph work is heart rate needs to stay down, because otherwise, if we're burning energy, we are creating byproducts, and that's what we're trying to get rid of. Number 2, long exhales. So the lungs and the exhales play a big role of everything that we're trying to get out of our body. All right, so bring your feet a little wider than hip distance. Take your arms out to the side. And then slowly you'll start to kind of swing side to side. My arms are super heavy. I'm getting a little lift of my heels, so it's almost like a little pump action between my feet, my knees, that have like a little bit of give to them. So nice. Keep going. And then long, full exhales. So take a deep breath in. And then a long exhale. And again, a deep breath in. And a long exhale. And so what I really like to do with my lymphatic work is, obviously on a physical level now, we're detoxing, we're letting go, and our body is kind of shifting and moving everything that our body doesn't need, anything that's not serving your body, to a place where it can release and leave the body. So what's quite nice is, because it's almost like a moving meditation type movement, you can use this opportunity to perhaps let something go on an emotional level or on a mental level. Perhaps it's an argument you're having with someone, or an emotion that you're carrying around, or a relationship that's not, conducive, just something that you maybe are feeling that you need to let go. And this is a good opportunity to really use your time and feel how you can perhaps let some of that go. Keep with your breath, long exhales. Nice. Just go a little longer. Such valuable work this, guys. You should be doing this every day. Nice. And then we'll slowly wind down to a very natural stop. And come to stand completely still. Let's bring our feet back in parallel. Take a little loop of the shoulders. Let your palms face forward. Close your eyes. And for a moment, just standing in your own body, standing in any sensation you might be feeling. Notice if particular thoughts keep looping. Can you shut the ego down? Can you shut the thoughts out? And then just bring yourself present right into your body, right to the sound of your breath. So nice. And then we'll open the eyes. Okay, so if you've shifted yourself to kind of stand like I am on my mat, you'll move again so that you're facing either long side of your mat. Bring yourself down onto all fours. You can still be on the tops of your feet as you take a few rounds of cat-cow. So our cow is our inhale, our belly lowers, our sit bones rise. And then rounding, exhale. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, curl round. 2 more like that. Being as indulgent as you can in these shapes. It's almost like when you get out of bed and you take your first stretch in the morning. And that's what you want to feel in these kinds of shapes. You're just stretching in a different way. Nice, coming to a neutral spine. And then let's take a child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees nice and wide. And then sit yourself down and back, reaching your arms forward, lengthening your spine. Allow your forehead to the mat. All right, so for those who are having issues with the knees, you might not take your knees that wide, firstly. And then secondly, you could pop the cushion in behind the knees, plus potentially you popping a cushion underneath your knees. So prop yourself up as much as you need to. If this pose feels completely inaccessible to you, then rather come into maybe a easy cross-legged seat. And then again, you'll join us here in this forward fold. Okay, let's just take 2 more breaths here. Lift the chest and the gaze, come onto the fingertips. And then walk over to your left. Take a nice stretch to the right side of the body. Soften your head, your neck. Come back out. And walk yourself all the way across to your right. Beautiful. Come all the way back through to center again, and then just pause here for a moment. And then bring yourself all the way up to sit. You're going to come to sit on your buttocks. Bring your legs forward. You can sit on your cushion. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, I'm going to change my angle. And then bound angle pose, extend your right leg forward, bend your left knee, bring the sole of your left foot to inner right thigh. Reach both arms up. This front leg doesn't even have to be straight. You could bend it, you could even put your second cushion underneath it. And then you'll reach forward, 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 forward as far as you can go, and you'll soften down over that front leg. Don't pull yourself in too much. You want to feel a nice stretch here. So maybe this is what your shape looks like. You may be a little higher up. Remember, we want to try and get our belly to our thigh before we get our nose to our shin. So we're always working at first lengthening lower back before we kind of let the very flexible part of our spine, which is our neck, kind of just go all the way down. Let's hold. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. Enjoy the shape. You relax a little more into it. Tuck your chin and let the neck completely soften. Let's come all the way out, and then you'll simply switch. Left leg forward, right knee to bend. I like to take a little lift up first because then I feel like my lower back gets a lifting. And then you'll bring yourself forward and down, tuck your chin. And the poses don't have to be completely static. You could maybe move around a little bit, really adjusting your body to try and make the most out of the shape. Keep leaning forward. Sorry, lost you for a moment. Keep leaning forward. Stay with the breath. Keep the chin tucked. I hope you're still with me. Sorry guys, tech issues. Keep leaning forward. Let's hold 2 more breaths. Nice. And then slowly bring yourself up and loop the shoulders. Let's take double legs. So both legs forward. Draw both arms up, full stretch. And then lift to take yourself forward, 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 forward and down. Tuck your chin, bring your forehead to your knees. So now you can really soften a little more in the shape. Feel the lower back release a little bit. You could soften through your feet a little more now. Lengthen the back line. Deepen the breath. And stay for at least 5 more full breaths here. Soften your face, your eyes, your jaw. And when you finish your 5 breaths, roll your spine up and take a loop of the shoulders. All right, and we're going to bring ourselves to lie down. So sitting to one side. And then, like we did in the beginning of practice, you're going to bring the cushion underneath your knees. Lie yourself down, bring the soles of the feet together. And then again, you could bring your arms up and back behind your head. Rest the back of your head on the floor. Close your eyes. And then again, any sounds you hear, just acknowledge them, but bring your awareness closer and closer to yourself until potentially all you hear is the sound of your breath. Let everything completely relax. Stay lying down. Stay with your eyes closed. And then see if you can just move through a bit of a full body scan. So just checking in with yourself all the way from the crown of your head, the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Relax your chest, take a nice sigh out through the mouth. The belly is soft. And relax through the hips and the legs, the ankles and the feet. Again, keep your eyes closed, stay on your back, and as your whole body lies on the floor, picture your body lying on the floor and completely relax it. Feeling the power of gravity, an ability we have to really relax into ourselves. And so important to move into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest. Only in this state can our body really start to heal. And when it feels safe, and when it feels relaxed. And we'll stay lying down just for a little while longer, savoring these moments of complete silence and relaxation. And then slowly you can start to invite some movement back into your body. A little wiggle through your fingers and your toes. Move through your wrists and your ankles as you make your way into a full body stretch. Rolling over onto your right or left side. And then when you're ready, you'll come up into a seat. Closing our practice together this evening, place one hand and the second hand on top of your heart. Closing your eyes, gently bow your head down. Bring your intention back into your awareness. Thanking yourself for showing up tonight, for doing the work. We show gratitude to our bodies for carrying us through this life. And we acknowledge and show gratitude to the power of the practices of yoga. And the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed that. And like I said, on Tuesday or yesterday, this relaxation at the end, obviously it's just close the class. Whoever wants to get up can close the class. But if you would like to stay, I'm more than encourage that. More than welcome you to stay for as long as you can. Potentially a Thursday or a Tuesday night, or even the Wednesday lunch, or if you're not doing it live, you set aside a amount of time so that after the class, you can completely relax and take a 15-minute Shavasana if you can, spoil yourself. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you everyone for joining. It's really lovely to be a part of this community. And like I say, I can't believe it's only our 5th session together. It feels like I've been teaching with you guys for like a month. So I hope that felt good. Thank you everyone. Glad you enjoyed it. Belinda, Michelle, Liz. Hi Zita. Oh, such a pleasure, Catherine. Really enjoyed the class. I'm so glad. Yes, Catherine, please send me a message. And I hope that was a bit better. It was less knee work tonight, a little bit more standing. So yeah, keep checking in with these classes, guys. They're really going to vary. I'm trying to, create classes that are accessible to all of you. So many different bodies, so many different levels of practice. So many injuries that everyone can have in their bodies. It is a tough one for me, but I really commit to trying to work out the appropriate sequences for everyone. So like I said, if there's something that you'd like to know or something going on in your body, send me a message, introduce yourself, then I know who you are. And if you continue coming to my classes, we can really build, a relationship, and that's where we'll start to strengthen the practice and advance your own yoga practice. Such a pleasure, Caroline. Pleasure, Adele. Yeah, there's a very different energy with these classes if you're going to do it in the evening and you do it in the morning. So maybe that's a challenge for you guys until I see you again on Tuesdays, to pick one of the 5 classes and do it in the morning. If you did it in the evening, and maybe do the Wednesday in the evening, and just see how that feels, because it will have a total different feeling. And I know a lot of you are doing the high intensities in the morning, so maybe one morning you try a yoga and just see how it feels in your body and how that changes your day. I can't start my day without doing a few stretches. So glad you enjoyed it, Gareth. That's great news. I'll see you back on Tuesday, hopefully. And yeah, didn't want to join. Hubby joined. Amazing. Yeah, it's such a special practice, especially to share with other people. If whoever is your isolation buddy, if you're still in isolation, or your partner at home, or even your kids, unless it's your alone time, get everyone to join, get everyone on their mats. Such a pleasure, Tanya. Oh, that sounds amazing. the balancing can really be tricky. But all you do is if you fall out of balance, then you bring yourself straight back into it. So you fall out and you come back in. And what's really great about the balancing poses is that when you start to maneuver, you probably notice that bottom foot rocks around quite a bit, is that you start to strengthen the small little muscles in your feet. So that especially I always say for like the runners and the trail runners and road runners, to really strengthen all those muscles in and around the ankles and the toes, the top of the foot, the arch of the foot. These balancing poses are so good for that. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Gugu. Welcome to Jeff Flow. And that's amazing, guys. I am going to sign off for the evening. So thank you all very much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful evening further, a beautiful weekend. Please keep practicing, redo these videos as many times as you like. It can only be beneficial. And then I hope to see you all on Tuesday. So thank you very much and have a lovely evening. And then I'll see you guys soon again. Cool. Bye.